Yeah, I broke my door in half and I had to pull my gun out on my kids since this and that. Well,
So I'm gonna break down what I feel like what happened in this situation. It's a sad situation for both families because like that should have never happened. You know what I mean? At the point where she felt like she was getting bullied like that, I would just wouldn't found me another job. I'm not gonna be sitting in a situation where I feel like you cutting. I didn't did it before. You know, I done left jobs for months cutting up into my hours. You cutting up into my hours, you cutting up into my bag, and that's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit there and fight for a position like that either, though, because there's other people the other jobs that would treat you a hell of a lot better. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna dive into this a little more. We're gonna figure out what's going on.
telling us that, like, the fuck you telling us you pulled a gun out on your kids for? You sound like a fucking psychopath. That's what I wanted to tell her. She was talking about some she blacked out. I'm like, yeah, you must have had blacked out if you pulled the gun out on your kids. Like.
Now that's crazy right there. For you to pull a weapon out on one of your children, like, oh man, thank God, my mom raised me the right way. I never even raised my hand once at my mom. Because first of all, I had one of the parents that didn't play that bullshit. She'd beat your ass in the middle of next week. You know what I mean? Had one of them parents, I brought you into this world and I take your ass out. But as far as being bullied at work, I've never been bullied at work. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I have a situation like that, I handle it myself because I'm not going to be, and as far as it's not gonna be a violence type of situation either. I'll tell you, cuss your ass out and leave it the fuck alone. Don't fuck with me. Don't say shit to me. I ain't gotta say nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? We can still be cordial at work. But if it's come to a situation where you feel like it's so much that you can't deal with, to the point where you feel like you're gonna physically harm someone or take them up off this earth, you don't need to be at that situation, shorty. You don't need to be there. You need to find you another job. First of all, it's McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? They're not paying that much any damn ways. You know what I mean? I used to work at McDonald's. Trust me. I done seen a lot that goes on at McDonald's. People basically do what the hell they want, you know what I mean? And I done seen a lot of gossiping managers, like she's saying. She's not lying about that type of situations. But I've never been put in a situation where I feel like somebody's bullying me or putting their hands on me or feel like they're gonna just do or say whatever they is to me. That's how people are at any type of job, you know what I mean? Not to say this to say that. People out there, you got to know how to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? You treat people a certain type of way because it's in the Bible. Do unto others as you want them to do unto you. Treat people right. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that what she did was right. It's not right. She took somebody's whole life. But you got to know how to be kind and treat people, man.
I'm like, what the fuck you telling me this for? Like she think she's like trying to make it seem like that she big dog or some shit. Give a fuck about you telling me about you pulling the gun on a kid. I don't fucking like that shit doesn't scare me. You know what I mean?
See, I done seen that too at workplaces where older women they feel intimidated by younger women, so they do tend to bully the younger women. You know what I'm saying? They do tend to bully them, and the younger women they don't be buying that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of workplaces, it's just not at McDonald's, it's in different workplaces that people do be getting bullied. You know what I'm saying? It does go on. You know what I'm saying? I done seen it happen for myself. I done seen it in front of my own face. So it's like I said, be kind, know how to treat people, man, because this world, man, it's just crazy to see that. And then the moments later, she come back in and just stab that lady up. It's crazy work to me, man.
That shit doesn't scare me. If she thought she was trying to intimidate me, that shit didn't intimidate me at all. I don't give a fuck about her telling me about what the fuck she did. Maybe that's why they always fighting her, to defend themselves. They probably felt like their life was threatened.
And see me, the stuff I've been seeing on TikTok about Shorty too, it seemed like she had something wrong with her. Like she was like kind of off upstairs. Like her elevator didn't go quite to the top. You know what I'm saying? She was not the sharpest knife in the drawer. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that to say, oh, that she did that. She seemed like she needed some help. You know what I'm saying? And then being at home, you know what I mean? Seeing the situation she was in with her boyfriend, I guess that she was getting abused or whatever I've been seeing or hearing. She probably was just trying to get her job, to get her coins, to get her bag, to get home, you know what I'm saying? And then while the lady kept sending her home, probably did frustrate her because I didn't have people send me home before. And it's like, damn, like, I just started this job. How you expect me to even pay my rent, my bills, if you keep sending me home and I don't have the means to come to work, to work, to get the money to pay my bills? So I felt her on that. That shit is hard, man. I had managers and stuff send me home too before. It's like, man, I came all the way out here to work. I wasted money to come out here to work and you're sending me back home so I can't make my bread. And I felt her on that.
The fuck out of here with that shit. I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit isn't funny.
See, and like, I don't know, because then I heard another story where she got sent home because of poor work performances, because she didn't want to do what her manager was telling her to do. You know what I'm saying? And when you at a job, man, first of all, let's say this, okay? You have to do your job duties. I don't care what it is, but you don't. And see, what black people, what we tend to do is we tend to go to our job and tell a motherfucker what we not gonna do. Oh, I'm not doing this today, or I'm not doing that today. Don't you know you can get fired or get walked out of your job for telling somebody what you're not gonna do? If you feel like that, then stay your ass at home, because you did not have to come today. You know what I'm saying? We tend to make those decisions. You know what I'm saying? Life, it gives you curveballs, but at the same time, you gotta know how to maneuver, man. You gotta know how to maneuver through life, man. And like I said, it wasn't worth, at the end of the day, you throwing your life away, because now you're never getting out, and you didn't kill somebody and took their mom away from them. That was somebody's mom, somebody's auntie, somebody's sister, somebody's cousin. Like, it came to that point, you should have, that day when you knew that shit, you feel like it was gonna go down, you should have just quit, or not went in, or put your 2 weeks in. You know what I'm saying? Because now you got to live with that decision for the rest of your life. You're never getting out. You know what I'm saying? Over one quick mistake. It's all it takes. It's one quick mistake to change your whole entire life. That's why now, where I'm at, the older that I am now, I'm so wise in the things that I do and the decisions that I make. I tend to think before I get myself in those type of situations, so I don't have to be sitting behind the 8 ball thinking, oh, how's my grandma going to be feeling, or how's my aunt going to be feeling, or how's my cousin going to be feeling about this, or they ain't going to never be able to see me, or I'm never going to be able to be out in the world walking around. You have to tend to think about situations like that and not put yourself in situations like that. And if you need help, go get help. It's okay not to be okay. People out here in this world, there are specialists out here. There are doctors. They're out here to help you, to prescribe you with the type of mental health that you need. You know what I'm saying? And that's what another thing that in Black lives, people don't really understand that mental health is real, man. Dealing with mental health, if you got a person that's dealing with mental health, reach out to them, let them know it's okay to not be okay, bro. And try to be there most as you can, supportive and being in their corner, because things like this can happen. You know what I'm saying? And at the blink of an eye, now look, Shorty just threw her whole life away. It's sad, man. You have to really tend to think about things before you get yourself in situations, man.
She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in this store, you know, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect. And
See, that's another thing. People tend to do that at jobs. They tend to treat you with no respect. So I feel her on that too. Don't come around bullying your weight, throwing your weight around on me, trying to bully me, because I'm here to do an awesome job. I'm an awesome worker. I'm going to do my job, and I'm going to leave. That's what I'm going to do at the end of the day. I'm going to do my job, and I'm going to leave. But don't be trying to force your weight on me like that, or, you know, or push your weight around on me, or make me feel like I'm lesser than a person to you. You know what I mean? That's not right. It's not right at all. But like I say, I didn't know what went down, what type of worker she is, or what type of performance she performs, or how good of a worker she is, because then I was hearing she complained about not wanting to do work. She goes in and cuss people out. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I feel like should have never went down and what should have happened. You know what I'm saying? The thing, it could have went totally different, man. You just think about things before we react. Think. That's what you got your brain for. Use it.
isn't funny at all. Like, seriously, man, I got shit I gotta take care of. And she keeps sending me home early. It's not funny.
See, I was just touching bases on about that. You know what I'm saying? I had a job where I had just started out at the factory, and I started through this temp job. And when I started there, it was straight. You know, I was getting a little, you know. But then as time started going, they started sending me home all the time. I'm like, well, damn. I went to the supervisor and said, do I gotta find another job? Oh no, you ain't gotta find another job. Things is just kind of slow right now. Well, my bills is never slow. You know what I mean? I constantly have to pay my bills, my light bills, my water bills. I gotta wash. I gotta feed myself. I gotta all that. So you gotta tend to think, man. You sending people home is definitely hitting them in the pockets, man. And if they had some type of beef between her and the lady, she knew that's where she could hit her at in the pockets at. You know what I'm saying? And she knew if she wasn't a good worker, I wouldn't even work there. You know what I'm saying? You going through all that bull crap, To deal with what? I don't even know how much they making. The last time I was $11 an hour. I used to work at McDonald's. Like I was making like $16.75. I was getting paid. Now they got bought out, so now they're small. They're not even corporate now. They're owned by themselves. You know what I'm saying? So on top of that, they giving people that's been there 4 or 5 years, they making $10 an hour, man, and getting paid every 2 weeks. So it's like there's definitely more jobs out there. You know what I'm saying? But I never know what type of person situation is. Or they got transportation today, how, you know what I'm saying? So I can't really say that, but I definitely wouldn't have put up with it. I definitely would have found me a different job. I wouldn't have put myself in a situation like that where I feel like I'm going to harm somebody or let somebody harm me. Because I done had a worker before at McDonald's say they was going to stab me. This is a white guy. And it's crazy because they fired him, and then after a while, next thing I know, the dude was working again. So it's like, damn, I just got threatened by this white guy. He just told me he's going to stand outside. Wait till I get outside and stab me. And I done told y'all about it. So then I didn't see him for a while. Next thing I know, this motherfucker's back up at the job again. It's like, yeah, y'all don't, so I don't think they take shit like that serious until some shit really happens. And then when shit like this really happens, then you looking at somebody like, oh yeah, well this here, you never know what's going on, man, in a person's mind, dog. So like I say, that white boy wasn't even stable either. So I'm like, damn, he was a kind of crazy off gothic type dude too. Like, so yeah, you never know, man. You never know. But all I can say is be safe, man. Treat people kind, dog. And you never know what goes on in the workplace. I just hope and pray that she finds some type of peace within God, dog, to get herself right with him, because she ain't never getting out, man. She going to repent for what she did, man, because she took a life, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, she's young. She just threw her whole life away for what? For what? Because she was being mean to her and sent her home from work. You threw your whole life away for that? That's like I said, it's got to be something that's like mentally upstairs that's just not clicking, because it's like, it's so many different ways you could have went about that. You could have went about it so many different ways.
She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps saying her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on like putting negative energy.
Then I want to understand what she mean by like racial shit. What was she saying to her? Was she calling her some type of what? Like, she's a black girl, but is she, you know what I'm saying? What was she saying to her? Like, what type of energy was she putting off on her? Because evidently, this is before it happened. You know what I'm saying? So she went to the car to rant about what was going on. So I really want to know, like, it's got to be some ongoing beef between them. You know what I'm saying? That's been going on. That's been perspiring for a while. For her just to be like, boom, and just blow up like this. Because it's like, as the videos I've been seeing, it's been leading up to, like, she was sending signs the whole time. You know what I'm saying? When a person sending signs like that, and I'm seeing this on their social network or whatever it may be, man, I'm listen, bro. And if I feel like that too, far as the lady, you know what I'm saying? I would have fired her ass. She ain't doing her job. She ain't no sense to even keep dealing with it. You can go find you another employee. I would have fired her ass. You're out of there.
In there talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man. That shit gonna have to stop. She's a bully. I'm telling you. She's a bully. She brings a lot of negative energy in there. She always panic when there's a lot going on, and then she try to manipulate.
Then see, I felt that too, because like when they having rush hours and stuff, it be a lot going on up in there. Everybody be panicking. It ain't just the managers. It's everybody be in there panicking. The workers, they be losing their mind. They don't act like they don't know how to make such and such. They be making the wrong foods and all different. It ain't just the managers, just everybody in there. Everybody in there be losing their damn mind. To the managers on down to the workers, even the damn maintenance man be in there losing his mind, because he in there grabbing stuff and moving stuff around and putting stuff in the freezers and having to pick up stuff. It's not just the managers. It's everybody in there losing their damn mind. So you just keep it real when you say shit like that. It's everybody.
That to make it seem like we ain't doing something right, but we are working really hard and doing great. It's just the fact that she panicked, and I caught her a few times making a mistake, and she.
And see, that's crazy too, because I done been in there when everybody packing and everything going around. It's not the managers blaming everybody. They just trying to get them orders out. They don't got time to be blaming you or you doing this wrong. They trying to get, if you got a rush hour, you got 30 or 40 people coming in at a time and they ordering 10, 20 different sandwiches and it's like 30 or 40 orders like that. They just trying to get them orders out. They trying to get them out. They trying to get their line down. They trying to move that line. So, cause and even outside, they got people pulling in the drive-through. They got a certain amount of time, a window frame, that they got to have them orders out and gone. Do you understand me? So everybody in there going crazy. Everybody's just trying, and at the same time, they trying to keep a level head so everybody can work together and get the food out.
Gotta hurry up and play it off. You know, nobody's perfect. It's fucking McDonald's. It happens. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's McDonald's. It happens. It happens. That even happens in any workplace. You got to rush, or you got a certain amount of time to fill this order out. People are around panicking. They might put the wrong parts on. They might screw the wrong screw on here. They might not put the right label on here. When you under pressure, a lot of people don't handle well under pressure. You know what I'm saying? Me, I handle well under pressure. That's my best when I perform. I handle well. Pressure makes diamonds, and that's what I'm used to. I'm used to pressure. I can handle it, but a lot of people can't. So with that being said, they in there losing their minds. They in there going off on each other. They in there hollering at each other, screaming at each other, probably rolling each other's eyes. And McDonald's workers are some of the rudest workers. I done read into some good ones too, but I done read into some of the rudest ones. They act like I made you work there. You know what I mean? I didn't tell you to get this damn job. I used to work at McDonald's too, and I never used to be rude. Come in the clock and get my money, have a good time, and get the hell on. It's not about that, man. It's about your attitude. You don't bring your fucking problems into your job. My mom always told me that. You might never know what the hell I'm going through in life. I might have just lost $1 million. But I come into work, you were smiling, happy, ready to perform. You will never know. You'll never know because I don't bring my fucking problems into work. Man, they're gossiping about who's sleeping with who doing that. We in there talking shit, laughing, joking with each other. But at the same time, I'm in there to get my bag. And that's it. I ain't trying to make friends with nobody. If we so happen to just link up and be cool, then that's cool. But outside of work, I'm not hanging with you. I'm not doing none of that bullshit unless I really fuck with you like that. It's only a select few at my job that I really fuck with like that. And they can vouch for me. You know what I'm saying? But that other shit, man, get your bag and that's it. That's it. I'm not there to make friends. I'm not even there to make you happy. Now I'm there to do my job, to get a check and leave. That's it.
Sometimes, like, somebody might get confused. So fuck, it gets busy, yeah. But she needs to stop playing like she don't be making mistakes. I be catching her. So
you be catching her. Everybody make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect in life. So what I'm trying to say is, you're not perfect either. Look at this decision you just made. You know what I mean? I'm not judging you. You just killed that lady. I'm still not judging you. That's not my job to judge you. You're going to have to answer to God about that. But at the end of the day, you're cooked. You're cooked. You just threw your whole life away. And you're young. You're so young, man. It's so sad for me to see so many black people, so many black young teenagers, so many black young men just throw their life away just because they want to be down, or they want to clout chase, or they want to have hats, or they think it's cool. But at the end of the day, when you ride that time out, ain't none of these your so-called homie niggas gonna ride that time out with you, bro. 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be your family, man. And even some of them ain't even gonna be there. So you gotta understand that when you dealing with shit like this, man, when you start making decisions like this, you basically on your own, man. Unless you got some strong, like I said, strong family members behind you, man. Whether you right or wrong, they're gonna be there for me. You understand what I'm saying? But man, it's deep. It's so deep to me. I've been just watching so many videos. And I said, man, I'm gonna have to make a video of this because I used to work at McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? So I know what goes on in that workplace, and there's some crazy shit that goes on in that workplace. You understand me? But to the point where, like I said, I had a white boy threaten me to stab me. And I didn't do nothing to him. To the point where he was so mad at me, he was ready to stab me. Crazy. That's what I'm saying. And then they need to start doing like
all that animosity and shit that she keep putting.
They need to start doing like real background checks on these people. You know what I'm saying? Don't just, man, I feel like McDonald's, I know they got a policy where they don't, discriminate, but they need to start really looking into people. Because even jobs I be at, I be looking like, damn, how the hell they just hired this? I don't see this motherfucker come into our job I was working at. This motherfucker had a whole conversation with himself. He started laughing and playing and talking. I'm looking like, what the fuck? Finally, after a couple weeks went by, they finally fired him. But I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you just, man, do some type of evaluation on this shit, man. Cause shit is different, man. Shit, people are different. Times and change, man. People are not how they used to be, man. People are fucking crazy. The world is fucking crazy, man.
And Aaron and stuff, they're trying to tell me, I'm always snapping on people. No, that's false. No, I don't snap on people. I don't go in there doing that. I tell her, no, I make peace. That's what I'm doing. I've been creating peace. So all that negative energy that she's bringing in there and trying to manipulate it. No.
Like I say, I don't know the situation. She said she was creating peace. They said she was creating chaos. So it's always two sides. It's always two sides of the story. It's always three. It's your side, their side, and it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's I don't know. I just can't wrap my mind around it, man. This, you know, R.I.P. to the young lady who lost her life, and to her kids, my condolences. You know what I'm saying? Because it's nothing like a mother's love, dog. And then once she's gone, man, it's hard. It's definitely hard. Trust me, man. But I just want to give y'all words of encouragement. Just keep God, keep prayed up, stay prayed up. You know. Man, I don't know, it's just really heavy on my heart, man. Real heavy, man.
That's gonna stop. All that negative shit she's saying about, you know, her personal life, all of that. No, she's bringing all of that in there and then playing games saying she want to take her belt off.
But then, like, it's another thing before I go, I want to just say, that's just not what managers. I see a lot of people that come into the job, people that I just barely met, tell me everything about their life. I don't judge them. You just got some people that come in there just want to vent. Some people they can't talk to. So what she was in their work, in their job, talking, venting. I mean, some people do that. They got people they come to their job, they talk to. They got certain people they come to vent to. I got certain people that come to vent to me. I don't go exploiting their business or telling them they just come to talk to me. There's nothing wrong with venting for them talking. Most, like I said, I don't know what the situation was. It wasn't right. You're taking that young lady's life, you know what I mean? At the end of the day. You had a decision. You had a decision before you walked in there and stabbed her. Not to even go in there and do this shit.
Beat somebody, y'all act like my kids in here. No, we ain't your kids. Respect us. Stop talking to us like that. That shit is crazy. I'm telling you. But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me.
I feel that too. It's just different levels of it. It's like, I feel some shit what she's saying, and at the same time, I'm still not fucking with it though. I feel where you coming from, but I'm still not fucking with the decision you made.
Home early? It's not funny. Somebody gonna have to do something about that. It's not funny. It's not.
Somebody gonna have to do something about that, so you took it upon yourself to do something about that. That's crazy word. That's diabolical.
It isn't funny at all. So, you know, she could keep being a bully if she wants to, but that shit is going to catch up to her.
All right, man. I just don't know what more to say, man. This is, like I say, condolences to the young lady who lost her life, man. R.I.P., man. I'm out. Like and subscribe.